My name is David Morton. I'm the Landscape Curator here at Brucemore. It's a 26-acre estate located in Cedar Rapids, Iowa, and it's one of the few National Trust historic sites in the Midwest. And this show is about how to create this little piece of paradise in your own backyard. A day in the life of a gardener. So the first part of planting a container is what is the container that you're going to plant it in, how big is it, and what is it made of? Because plastic holds more water. Is there drainage down there? Which there should be if you're going to put a plant in a pot. They always need to drain. Where's it going to be? Is it going to be in a shady spot or a sunny spot, et cetera, et cetera. So in our case, we have a clay pot. It has a hole in the bottom, and we're going to fill it with, you could get pebbles or screens, or I just have some orchid bark lying around today. So I'm just gonna put that in there. The thing is you don't want all of your dirt to spill out. So you wanna give it something to resist that, and it'll stay in your pot. The soil will stay in your pot. And we're gonna be in a place that gets only the afternoon sun from like 2 o'clock in the afternoon till the sun sets. So that's kind of a lot of sun actually, but what we've chosen are Coleus because they're fairly adaptable, and I think they will do pretty good in a place like that. Not full sun, but morning shade and afternoon sun, or afternoon shade and morning sun. I find the less light you give a Coleus, kind of the more colorful the leaves get. The more light it gets, the more it bleaches out. But anyway, this is what we've chosen, and this is our pot, and that works out because there's lots of room, because look, there's all that room for this to grow for you during the summer, spring months when you want them to grow for you. We've got our plant, we know where we're putting it, we know what we're using for a pot. We're going to make sure the hole's covered up. We're going to get a good potting soil from your local nursery, if you can. And then you don't want to fill it all the way up, just part of the way. And then you want to push the soil down a little bit. And then kind of stir up the top inch or so, top quarter inch rather. Take your plant. Ooh, now look at that. That's a little root band. That's actually not really a great thing to have happen, but what we're going to do is just break up the roots a little bit. What we've also done is cut this back a little bit. And I'll show you, I have an example of one that has flowers on it that was similar to this one. Anyway, you're gonna break apart the roots there like that, and then set that in there. And then Judge, you wanna have a little bit of a lip for the water when you water it. This is a little low, we need some more soil in there. So we'll set that aside and we'll fill it up a little higher. Tap it down, put it back in there. That looks about right. And then you just backfill. It's the tricky part because you want to get all the way around the pot and pour soil in there. And you want to try to keep the plant level and in the center. Then I give it a little shake kind of. And then I pat it down right around the sides there. Shake it, maybe pound it a little bit, not hard. You don't want to break the clay, but pound it a little bit to level it out. And there you've got your lip so that it holds some water and it'll drain. And it's big enough that it'll grow in there for another 6-7 months. So you've potted your plant and it's sitting on your patio. Now you gotta water it. You gotta water these things every day, pretty much when it's above 75 degrees here in Iowa. Every day, just give it a little, at least some water. Let it. I usually actually like to water it well, let it drain, and then the next day maybe feed it. So, have a container of water with some fertilizer, recommended amounts of whatever fertilizer you happen to get, and once a week do that. Water that in. Miracle-Gro is a fertilizer. So just follow the instructions there. You could use that as a fertilizer, especially in containers, because containers, they have no way of getting any food, nutrients. They're not in the soil, they're not in the earth. You're planting them in a pot. So you have to supply all that stuff for them. So yeah, they'll do better. And then when they outgrow a pot, make sure you transplant them. Now Coleus, also, this is what I want to show you. Sometimes they get leggy like this because they'll flower, and they're not really grown for the flowers. Usually I like the foliage on them. So like before you transplant it, I would cut all the flowers off. They'll flower again, because again, really for Coleus, they're grown for the foliage because they have really colorful foliage. Some of the flowers are pretty, they're not ugly, but this could be grown as a house plant as well. So if you keep the flowers off, you'll have a nicer, bushier plant. You could also add plants to something like this if you wanted to. In this case, you could add some little, something that would droop over the side like alyssum or any other kind of plant that might do that, lamium or something like that, or shorter little flowering plants if you wanted. You wouldn't want to overcrowd it. In a pot like this, myself, I would just have this one and let it grow into that pot and have one, larger, prettier plant. But if I were to plant something with multiple plants, I'd probably get a bigger pot. That way you can plant different things, have some different heights and different levels of color. You can get taller plants for the middle and medium and draping plants on the outside. We hope you enjoyed it, and if you want to see more, hit the like button, the notification bell, and subscribe to the channel.